something that gives people a fit when they're learning. And I've noticed it a lot. I've got some new students, and I also see it online. Is uh, chords. Uh, it's something that I kind of take for granted. So the F chord, people hate that one. I understand why. They hate bar chords, and they hate the B minor, any sort of minor shape. So real quick, uh, I go through guitar forums and I see a lot of people at different levels and they have different problems. So this is a huge problem for people when they're getting started. And I'm kind of turned at an angle here and I want to show you what I'm talking about. And that is your where your hand reaches and see my elbow. My elbow is basically touching my rib. So you'll see as I'm moving my elbow away, it's making my hand rotate. You see that? Okay. And then there's an imaginary line back here on the back of the neck. So for a C chord, you can just hang your thumb over. You can still hang your thumb over. But now if I want to go to F, people struggle there. I call that auditioning a chord. You want to hear every single note. You want to make sure it's clean. So when I go to that F, what do I do different? So where your thumb meets your palm, I call that the thumb knuckle. That's right there. There's a thumb knuckle here, but here's another knuckle, just like how these fingers have two knuckles as well. So where it meets your palm is where I press on the imaginary line on the back. So G, I roll my thumb over the top. F, that thumb knuckle is on the imaginary line on the center. Same for A minor. A minor, you can hang your thumb over if you like. Now, if you go to B minor, that's the same shape, but you have to do something about those open strings, and that's where the bar concept comes in. And that's this. So now, instead of the A minor shape, this gets made with different fingers. So every finger goes down one, and your first finger gets a break, but it's temporary because it's going to need to bar this. So this one also gives people a fit. What happens on the back of the neck is just as important as what happens on the front. On this one, you want to be able, but you definitely got to have a strong B and F sharp. All right, so how do I do that? Well, I put my thumb on the imaginary line, and that's where my pad is. And once I am making that chord, my pad rolls down under the imaginary line. So I'm now under the imaginary line, down here, almost towards the bottom of the neck. So again, imagine a line. And for F, I've got my thumb knuckle at the line or over, I'm rolling. Or you can do it this way. If you want to bar your F, that's fine. You can do it that way. So again, if you're barring the imaginary line, have your thumb on it and then put your fingers in place and you'll notice it rolls down under the line. Now I'm going to make a B minor. And if you have any trouble with these concepts, think about the imaginary line, which is basically where is your thumb? What is your thumb doing? And where is your elbow? And just moving your elbow in or out just a little bit is going to make your thumb position move because everything's connected. And hopefully that is going to get you smoother. So you can do the Rolling Stones. Now, if you're playing along with that, you don't have to nail the B minor as a traditional bar if you don't want to. There's other voicings. So depending on the song, depending on if it's a guitar part that has to be done perfectly, or if you're just sitting around a campfire, um, you can substitute voicings. So sometimes for B minor, you can do this. So it's a D, or you can have your B, and then that's called a B minor 7. And then you can add this open E, and that's cool. That's a cool sound. Hopefully that helps your wrist, your thumb to make good chords. Let me know in the comments. Thanks.